Hello and welcome to The Eye, your English news bulletin. I'm Esther. These are the headlines. The tensions from the border dispute between Assam and Mizoram has reportedly escalated with reports of fresh violence today, July 26. Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh announced that the state government has decided to appoint Olympic silver medalist Saiko Mirabai Chanu as additional superintendent of police in sports in the police department. Ending the month-long speculations over his political future, Karnataka Chief Minister and senior Bharatiya Janata Party leader B.S. Yediyurappa on Monday afternoon resigned from his position. American Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman arrived in China on Monday to discuss the fraught relationship between the countries with two top foreign ministry officials. Now for the news in details. The tensions from the border dispute between Assam and Mizoram has reportedly escalated with reports of fresh violence today, July 26. The reports came following the Union Home Minister Amit Shah Singh's meeting with chief ministers of the states in Shillong, Meghalaya. According to updates, there was firing in the border areas while government vehicles were attacked. It was informed on Sunday that both the sides had increased development of police personnel in the area. On Monday, both the states' chief ministers tweeted their concerns and tagging Shah in their tweets. Mizoram's chief minister Zoramthanga tweeted that an innocent couple on their way back to Mizoram via Kachar was manhandled and ransacked by thugs and goons. A video he uploaded showed a couple sitting inside a badly damaged Maruti Swift. Assam's chief minister Himanta Biswa Sarma also tweeted tagging Zoramthanga, stating that the police superintendent of Kolasib in Mizoram was asking the Assam side to withdraw from its post until then the civilians won't listen nor stop violence. The Assam chief minister asked his Mizoram counterpart to intervene at the earliest. Shah had said earlier that he wants to settle the border disputes among the northeast states to bring peace in the region and to develop it. A 43-year-old man was arrested for allegedly raping a 17-year-old autistic girl in Assam's Karimganj district on Saturday, following a complaint at Badarpur police station by the family members of the victim.
The survivor is going through a regular medical test, and after that, it will be established whether she was raped. But the family members are alleging that she was sexually assaulted. Our officials have taken a statement, said Deepak Saikia, officer in charge of Badarpur police station. The family members have demanded strict punishment for the accused. Though our girl is 17 years old, her brain is still like a 5-year-old child. She is autistic and we treat her like a little kid. The accused is known to our family and he used to visit our home often. We never realized that he can try to force himself on our little girl one day. We want strict action against him, one of the members said.
An earthquake hit the northeastern state of Manipur on Monday morning, according to the National Center of Seismology, Ministry of Earth Sciences. The earthquake struck at 10:33 a.m. and was measured at 4.9 on the Richter scale. Its epicenter is said to be 39 kilometers from Ukhrul in Manipur's Ukhrul district. The tremor was reportedly also felt in some parts of Nagaland. China weightlifter Zi Huihu, who begged a gold medal with a total of 210 kilograms and set a new Olympic record on Saturday, will be tested by anti-doping authorities. If Hu fails the test, India's silver medalist Mirabai Chanu would be awarded the gold medal. It's a common practice to randomly test athletes at the Olympics, and chances of individuals testing positive for prohibited substances are fairly low. Zee, who put up a dominant show, has set a new Olympic record of 94 kilograms in snatch and followed it up with a 116 kilogram in clean and jerk for another Olympic record. Mirabai also scripted history as she became the second weightlifter from the country after Karna Maleshwari in 2000 to end up on the Olympic podium. The 26-year-old lifted 87 kilograms in snatch and 115 kilograms in the clean and jerk event to score a total of 202 during the 49 kilogram category final to etch her name into the record books. The Chief Minister of Manipur, N. Biren Singh, has informed the meeting of Technical Committee on COVID-19 is scheduled to be held today, and the state government is considering extending the ongoing curfew with relaxations on few essential services for the welfare of the public, he added. This was announced by him during the inspection of the ongoing installation of cryogenic oxygen plant at Porampat and construction of COVID hospital by DRDO at Kiamgai on July 26. Considering the rising number of COVID-19 cases in the state, Singh informed that the government would set up community COVID care centers in all the constituencies with the support of concerned MLAs, DCs, local clubs and others. Free meals would be provided to the inmates by the government, he added. During the visit, the Chief Minister also informed that 20 KL cryogenic oxygen plant Porampat, 2 PSA oxygen plants at JNIMS COVID block, PSA oxygen plants at Ukrul, Senapati and Chandel would be inaugurated soon. The Chief Minister was accompanied by Deputy Chairman State Planning Board L. Rameshwar Maite, Principal Secretary V. Vamlung Mang Director and Dr. K. Rajo and Professor L. Diben and officials of Health Department. Days after 42 people were rescued from human traffickers, a senior Saharashtra Seema Bal officer has claimed that most of the people in Assam are migrating to other states in search of better avenues rather than being trafficked.
Inspector General of Frontier Headquarters Sanjeev Sharma said some bad elements take advantage of the economic condition of the poor people and indulge in trafficking them. There is not much difference between human trafficking and migration of population. When people find greener pastures and get better salaries, then they go to faraway places also. It is not proper to term it as human trafficking, he told PTI in an interview. Sharma cited examples of many tea gardens which have closed down and the workers have migrated to other places. The main reason is economic. If local industries are established and local tourism is developed, then there is huge potential. If such indigenous things are done here, then the locals would not like to leave their home. Because of this, some migration takes place and some people exploit them too. For illicit trade also, people are taken from here. Awareness is prime to stop this, he added. Reviewing the India-Bhutan border security scenario in Baksa district of Assam on Sunday, the IGP said the SSP is trying to ensure that no human trafficking takes place from the neighboring nation. On July 23, a total of 42 children were rescued from different parts of Sikkim, while efforts are on to locate 38 others who were trafficked from 4 villages of Chirac district along the Indo-Bhutan border. Earlier this month, police had rescued 9 girls from Kerala who were trafficked from Assam, while 37 others were rescued from Rangia and Baksa when they were being taken to Mumbai and Gujarat. Sharma further said that the SSP had taken initiative to rescue 34 people from a Gujarat-bound bus in June from Baksa. He said that the 24th Battalion of SSP at Rangia recently apprehended 7 traffickers and rescued 7 juvenile girls and assured that the force will take all possible action against human traffickers and drug peddlers active along the Bhutan border. Altogether, 107 people have been rescued in the last 2 months since Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma assumed office.
Ending the month-long speculations over his political future, Karnataka Chief Minister and senior Bharatiya Janata Party leader B.S. Yediyurappa on Monday afternoon resigned from his position. He submitted his resignation to Karnataka Governor Tharwar Chand Gehlot, who asked him to continue as caretaker Chief Minister till the next CM takes oath.
Before resigning, Yitayupara said that he was not pressurized by anyone to do this. He also said that he would continue to work for the BJP, helping it with the 2023 assembly election in the state. He will give 100% and his supporters too will give their 100%, and there is no need to make any inference of dissatisfaction. He was quoted by saying, news agency ANI. The 78-year-old Linkayat strongman also thanked the top leadership of the BJP, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Minister Amit Shah, for allowing him to serve Karnataka for 2 years. Yediyuppara's resignation comes amid the calls in the state BJP to change the leadership. The 78-year-old also visited Delhi last week and met Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Minister Amit Shah, but had refuted reports of leadership in Karnataka.
Around 100 people were still missing in Maharashtra's 6 flood-hit districts, where many got buried or washed away in landslides triggered by heavy rains last week, killing at least 164 people as per official estimates.
Rescue operations at a few landslide sites, including at Dalie in Raikar and Ambedkar in Satara, were called off by the National Disaster Response Force late on Sunday as a possibility of finding more missing people faded. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray had to call off his tour of flood-affected Satara district on Monday as a helicopter he was travelling in could not land due to bad weather conditions in the afternoon after taking off from Pune earlier in the day. Thackeray was scheduled to visit flood-affected villages in Satara district. According to the state government, 53 people are still missing at the 3 landslide locations in Raikar district. 14 people continue to be missing in Ratnagiri, 4 in Thane, and 1 each in Kolhapur and Sindhudurg. Search is also for 27 others at more than 5 landslide locations in the state. Authorities fear that several of the unrest victims have been washed away with strong currents of floods. The country's western coast has been hit by heavy rainfall since Thursday, with the India Meteorological Department warning of more rain over the next few days. Major state and national highways, including the Mumbai-Goa highway, continued to be shut on Sunday due to severe waterlogging and after portions of the roads were washed away in some areas. The death toll in 8 districts has risen to 164 after a few more bodies were recovered by NDRF and armed forces.
Chief Minister of Manipur N. Biren Singh announced that the state government has decided to appoint Olympic silver medalist Saikom Mirabai Chanu as additional superintendent of police sports in the police department. This was announced by him during the inspection of ongoing installation of cryogenic oxygen plant at Porompat and construction of COVID hospital by DRDO at Kamgai today. Speaking to media persons, N. Biren Singh said that Mirabai Chanu would also be rewarded with ₹1 crore as announced by the government. The Chief Minister further stated that Olympian judoka Likmabam Sushila Devi would also be promoted from the post of constable to sub-inspector. He maintained that all the participants would be given ₹25 lakhs each. Singh also announced that the state government has decided to establish a world-class weightlifting academy in the state soon. Amid the Pegasus spyware controversy, Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Monday announced that West Bengal has formed a commission to investigate the matter. The announcement was made by Banerjee before she scheduled visit to Delhi to meet the opposition leaders, including Congress Chief Sonia Gandhi. Briefing media persons, the Chief Minister said, through Pegasus spyware, everyone including the judiciary and civic society have been under surveillance. We expected that during the Parliament session, the centre will investigate the matter under the Supreme Court's supervision, but they did not. West Bengal is the first state to initiate a commission of inquiry. Under the leadership of Senior Justice Madan Bhimrao Lokur and former Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court Jyotirmay Bhattacharya, we have initiated a commission, Banerjee said. They will monitor illegal hacking, monitoring, surveillance, recording mobile phones and others, Banerjee added. The Chief Minister informed the Commission has been set up under the Inquiry Act 1952. The opposition has alleged that names of several Indian politicians, journalists, lawyers and activists have appeared on the leaked list of potential targets for surveillance by an unidentified agency using Pegasus spyware. This comes following reports published in The Wire. China on Monday reported 76 new coronavirus cases, the highest daily rise since January, including 40 domestic transmissions, prompting authorities to test millions in eastern Jiangsu province. The zero-risk approach to the virus, which emerged in the central Chinese city of Wuhan in late 2019. It locks down cities and mass tests whenever small clusters appear. Tens of thousands of people are under lockdown in Jiangsu's provincial capital, Nanjing, as authorities test the city's 9.2 million residents after an outbreak linked to its airport the previous week. Of the 40 domestic cases, 39 from Jiangsu province and one from Liaoning, the National Health Commission said in a statement on Monday, adding there had been no new deaths. Contact tracing also found 5 individuals who traveled through the Nanjing airport and tested positive after arriving in neighboring Anhui and 3 other provinces, sparking fears that the cluster could lead to a fresh nationwide outbreak. This prompted Nanjing officials to announce a second round of mass testing for all residents starting Sunday to identify patients who may take longer than usual to show symptoms. Beijing has rushed to curb recent mini outbreaks in border provinces, aware of the risks of the fast-spreading Delta variant. American Deputy Secretary of State Wendy Sherman arrived in China on Monday to discuss the fraught relationship between the countries with 2 top foreign ministry officials. She is the highest-ranking U.S. official to visit China since President Joe Biden took office 6 months ago.
Sherman will hold separate meetings with Vice Foreign Minister Jai Feng, who is in charge of U.S.-China relations, and Foreign Minister Wang Yi at the closed-off resort hotel in the city of Tianjin. These meetings follow an initial and highly contentious meeting in March in Anchorage, Alaska, where Wang and veteran Chinese diplomat Yang Jiechi flew to meet Secretary of State Antony Blinken and National Security Advisor Jack Sullivan. Relations between the countries have deteriorated sharply under Biden's predecessor, Donald Trump, and the 2 sides remain at odds over a host of issues including technology, cybersecurity, and human rights.
That's all for today's news. I'm Esther. Keep watching Hornbill TV.